Hey everyone, I wanted to take a moment to unpack something really special that we're going to be doing in your missional community group this semester. Something unique that we've never done before, but we feel real strongly led to do it right now, a group book study with this book right here by David Mathis called Habits of Grace, Enjoying Jesus Through the Spiritual Disciplines. It's an incredible book, and I'm really excited for us to jump in here because it teaches us how to walk in the spiritual disciplines, those habits that the Bible teaches us to practice in our lives every single day in order to experience the grace of God. The disciplines are the things that God's given us for abiding with Jesus, the things that allow us to grow and to bear fruit in our spiritual lives. And I can think of no more important time in all of history to focus on these disciplines than right now. I'm not sure if you've been watching the news, but 2020 has been insane. A global pandemic has swept across our planet. Economic stress and cultural unrest has been unleashed. It feels like the world is full of chaos and anxiety and stress. So much of our lives have been impacted. And storms like these have this interesting way of revealing our foundations in our life. The Bible teaches us that the chaos that we experience outside actually has this way of revealing the state of our hearts inside. We actually see this in the Bible. Matthew chapter 7, Jesus talks about two houses, one that's built on the rock and another that's built on the sand. And he says in the good weather, both of the houses look the same. People live in them without any problems. But it's when the storm comes, when the wind begins to blow, that the one that's built on sand begins to have issues. It's shown to have weak footings. Its foundation is not sure, and when the wind comes, it collapses. I don't know if this season has knocked you over, but I do know that now more than ever, we need strong foundations in our lives. We as pastors have never felt a stronger need for shoring up the foundations of our church than we do right now. We want to ensure that every member of our church is doing the good work of abiding with Christ, reading the Bible, praying, walking in the spiritual disciplines so that we're not toppled over by these winds. So we want to invite you in. I know right now reading is a little bit out of vogue in our culture. Everybody tweets and posts, everybody does social media, but very few people actually read books as a normal habit in their life. But I want to invite you to swim against the currents here, be a little countercultural, and invest time into reading and thinking and responding to this book, trusting that God will use the wisdom here in this book to help us grow out here in our real lives. We're going to do this together. Your leader will walk you through what to read each and every week, and we're going to spend time together in these meetings, debriefing what we read and applying these habits to our lives. And this will just be for a season. Before long, we'll be back to our normal habits in MCs of digging into the scriptures from the previous Sunday and applying them to our lives. But for right now, we're going to do this book study. So let's commit to the reading. Let's see what God has for us as we invest some energy into cultivating these spiritual disciplines in our lives. And as we do, my prayer for all of us is that we would become just like the man that we see in Psalm chapter 1. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, the scriptures. And on his law he meditates day and night. Now listen to how that man is described. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. This is what we want to be, church, a people that are rooted in Christ, rooted in his word, and bearing fruit in our lives. So let's dig into the spiritual disciplines. Let's see what God has for us on the other side.